Hey Academy, today is Friday, September 14th, 2018. I'm Janila.
And I'm Raiden Elliott.
And this is your Wolfpack News. Janila Laws.
Trinity Brown.
Crystal Brown. Desiree O'Grady.
Erin Sweeney.
Raiden Elliott.
Amari Carter.
With some school news that will explain where all those pillow pets come from, I'm Erin Sweeney.
And I'm Serena Broom. Ever wonder what the PBIS program is?
Some Academy students don't know what PBIS is, even though they take part in it every Wolfpack rally. We interviewed a couple of sponsors to answer some questions some of you might have.
Hi, Miss L. Can you tell me what PBIS is and what it's for?
PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Intervention System, and it's to recognize good things that the students do and reward them for doing the right thing.
Okay, that sounds very interesting.
So PBIS is an acronym that stands for Positive Behavior Intervention System. We use it in all of our schools in Charlotte County. Here at the Academy, one of the probably most common ways we use it you see are your Wolfpack tickets. It's pretty much us positively reinforcing choices and behaviors you guys are making. So we want to essentially catch you doing something good. So we have our Wolfpack tickets. We celebrate you at our Wolfpack rallies, other drawings. On the hot list, we look at the green kids. We want to positively celebrate them. So keep an eye out for future celebrations. Once report cards come out, we'll be looking at kids who are really working hard and doing a good job to earn good grades. And we'll be focusing on some attendance this year as well. Just looking for you guys doing a good job to reward you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Green.
Attention Wolfpack, are you a December graduate who has not passed the FSA yet? Don't panic, you have another chance. On October 10th, 12th graders who are set to graduate in December are being given the chance to take the SAT during the school day. There are only 40 available test slots, so don't forget to sign up with Miss Anderson and get ready to graduate.
Hey Wolfpack, just a reminder that school pictures will happen next Friday, September 21st during second hour. The photos will be used to update your focus profile and will appear in this year's yearbook. If your family would like the picture to create a photo package at CVS, Walgreens, or a similar developer, the photo can be sent to a home email by Mr. Baker. You can contact him at the time of the photo to arrange this.
Hey, what's up you guys? With some international news from the Korean Peninsula, I'm Erin Sweeney. Some people separated from the Korean War can now finally see their families again. In April, North Korea and South Korea made an agreement to end the Korean War. 57,000 people separated from their families became eligible to have reunions as part of the agreement. On August 20th in North Korea, sadly, not all those people can make it. Only about 89 of them from the North and South for only 3 days. South Korean President Moon Jae-in and North Korean President Kim Jong-un announced the ending of the Korean War while standing in the demilitarized zone. After World War II, the Korean Peninsula was divided along the 38th parallel. The Soviet Union occupied the North while the United States occupied the South, thus creating two separate states. The war is still ongoing considering no peace treaty was signed. The guns might have fallen silent, but the division still remains. Stay tuned for next week's broadcast, where we will talk about the current peace talks between America and North Korea.
Hey everybody, I'm Reverend White and I'm here to give you some national news. The school district of Detroit, Michigan is shutting off all water fountains. Results show elevated levels of lead and copper in 16 of 24 schools tested. This news comes after the water troubles of nearby city of Flint, which has had terrible water troubles for years. This problem is so severe that at latest Mrs. America competition, Miss Michigan introduced herself with a unique statement.
From the state with 84% of the U.S.
but none for its residents to drink. I am Miss Michigan, Emily Sioma.
Stay tuned for more on this story as it develops.
My name is Raiden Elliott, and I'm here with the national news. Twitter has permanently banned Alex Jones from the social media site for his abusive behavior. For years, Jones promoted conspiracy theories about a large number of issues, and even told his audiences that the Sandy Hook shooting never happened and that the parents of the children killed in that attack were paid actors and not really parents at all. Jones posted a video that showed him berating a journalist for 10 minutes in between two congressional hearings and about social media. Twitter has also said that he would not be able to make any new accounts or take over any other accounts. They will be monitoring for posts related to him and anything that could sound like him. He was previously banned for a week due to the same charges of abuse. He is now active on Facebook because his suspension expired. However, other social apps have banned him and have messaged Facebook to see if they would also ban him. Facebook has yet to reply. He has had many chances but has continued to break the rules, while Jones has predictably complaining about his First Amendment rights to free speech. There is no guarantee for a voice on a privately held forum.
With some national news from Ohio, I'm Desiree O'Grady.
And I'm Crystal Brown. Nearly 30 people were exposed to an unknown substance in an Ohio prison Wednesday are expected to be treated and released. Hospital officials said details on how the exposure occurred at Ross Correctional Institution in Chillicothe, Ohio is sketchy this far, said Chris Mabe, president of the Ohio Civil Service Employees Association. He said there have been reports of some people getting deathly sick and some passing out. At least 19 people were taken to Adena Regional Medical Center, where CEO Jeff Graham said the primary complaint was nausea.
And release at this time, we have one person being admitted. Graham said during a news conference, the Highway Patrol reported 24 people were taken to the hospital, including at least 15 correctional officers, 5 nurses, and 1 inmate. Aside from correctional officers who may have been inside the pod when the exposure occurred, additional people could have been exposed while reporting without knowing details of the situation, Mabe said. We'll give you more information on this as the situation develops.
Hey Wolfpack, I'm Trinity Brown and this is your national news. On September 8, 2018, the New York Times published an anonymous letter which was detailed alleged chaos in the White House, and which was very critical of the abilities of the president. President Donald Trump is reportedly conducting a search in the White House and believes to have narrowed down the searches to a few dozen possible authors. The New York Times has quoted that the author of the op-ed had bemoaned the fact in public and in private that the president had a preference for autocrats and dictators like Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. Trump and most of his advisors deny the letter claims.
This is Anthony Grindle. In Cincinnati, an 11-year-old girl was accused of shoplifting at a grocery store. Officer Kevin Brown was working off-duty as a guard at the store and allegedly saw the girl commit the crime. When the girl resisted the officer, he pulled out his taser and took action. The officer defended his actions by saying that it was, quote, that was the last thing I ever wanted to do to her. After the incident, the shoplifting charges against the girl were dropped because the officer violated several rules. The girl said she was in shock at first, but she is finally recovered now. The story has picked up national buzz as some view his actions as too severe given the girl's age.
And now, some news from the music industry. I'm Casey Noyes. Famous Detroit rapper Eminem released the new album Kamikaze, and it's on its way to chart-topping records. The album is rising up charts worldwide in just a week. Eminem dissed multiple hip-hop artists in the new surprise album, such as Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Tyler the Creator, Machine Gun Kelly, and he also went at President Trump. He has sold around 500,000 in the first week of dropping the album last Friday night. The album has over 222 million streams on Spotify alone. A little history on Eminem. He has 5 diamond certificates, 1 Oscar, 13 Grammys, 13 MTV Awards, 17 Billboard Awards, 9 consecutive #1 albums, most viewed rapper on YouTube, and is still the best-selling hip-hop artist of all time.
Hi Wolfpack, I'm Janila.
And I'm Amari.
With some more national news.
Last Tuesday marked the 17th anniversary of 9/11 terrorist attack America was struck with fear when two passenger planes hit the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001 at 9:03 a.m. The attack was believed to come from the terrorist group that went by Al-Qaeda. On 9:43 a.m., the hijacked airliner crashed into the Pentagon.
Then at 10:48 a.m., it was confirmed that the fourth hijacking plane had crashed in Pennsylvania. At 1:04 p.m., President Bush spoke and that all military worldwide should be on high alert.
I'm Mrs. Manley at the front desk. How can I help you?
Nice to meet you. I'm here to ask you questions about 9/11. Okay, so where were you when you found out?
I was actually home watching the TV. I was on my way to school. I worked in a school district as well. And that's where I was, home.
Oh, and what are your thoughts about 9/11?
It was a tragedy. It was definitely scary. I did have a family member involved in it. She was fine, but it took her like 7 hours to get home. She had to walk over the George Washington Bridge with many other people. But we were able to have cell phone reception with her that day. So a lot of us took the time to talk to her during the walk. But it was very scary for her as well as us.
The president gave a speech to the new 9/11 memorial in Pennsylvania, and our Vice President Pence gave a speech outside the Pentagon. This day will never be forgotten, one of the most tragic and scariest days in American history.
And that's it for today's broadcast. And remember,
if it's news, it's at the Academy.
Always by myself. I was gone. Because you know what Davis was saying? Send somebody that'll show me you matter. You matter, Davis, you matter. Students, please. No matter what you've been through, the last thing I will ever do is judge anybody. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. But you know the difference between success and failure, son? People who succeed have fallen down as many times as those who have failed. The difference is they're willing to get up one more time and go forward. We can't always change what has happened, what others do to us. We can't change some of the decisions we make. But please, students, please, as long as you live, never forget these words. You matter, you matter, you matter. You are worth it. You are not a mistake. You are valuable. You are priceless. You are unique. You are unmistakable. Please, live out the destiny that you've been put on this earth to live. And say it like you're from New York. Here's how we say you matter. Yous matter. Thank you so much, and God bless every one of you. You're amazing.